For nearly 30 years, one command dominated home renovation: tear down that wall. We smashed through supports, installed massive steel beams, and turned our homes into giant, echoing warehouses in the name of flow. But in 2026, the sledgehammers have stopped swinging. Architects and designers are now quietly rebuilding the very barriers we spent decades destroying. This isn't just a style shift, it is a rejection of how we have lived since the turn of the millennium. The open concept experiment failed, and the walls are finally returning. To understand why walls are back, we have to look at why they left. By the late 1990s, the compartmentalized rooms of the mid-century seemed suffocating to a generation raised on sitcoms. Then came the HGTV boom of the 2010s, where every renovation show followed the exact same script. Walk in, complain about the kitchen being cut off, and immediately demand an open floor plan. We equated sightlines with luxury. If you couldn't see the television from the refrigerator, the house was considered broken. Developers saved money on drywall and framing while selling us the illusion of grandeur, but we didn't realize what we were losing until it was too late. The first crack in the open concept facade wasn't structural, it was sonic. Without walls to absorb and deflect sound, modern homes turned into amplification chambers. A blender running in the kitchen in 2024 didn't just stay in the kitchen, it drowned out the conversation in the living room and the podcast playing in the dining area. Hardwood floors and stone countertops, the darlings of modern design, only made it worse. Sound waves bounced indefinitely, creating a low-level cacophony that grated on our nerves. Families realized that being together all the time actually meant annoying each other constantly. The lack of acoustic privacy became the #1 complaint among homeowners by late 2025. Visual flow is great, until your velvet sofa smells like last night's salmon. In a traditional home, a door kept culinary odors contained, but the open plan erased that barrier completely. We built chef's kitchens that opened directly into our entertainment spaces, only to discover that real cooking is messy, smelly work. Vent hoods scream like jet engines trying to clear the air of a 3,000 square foot room, and they usually fail. By 2026, homeowners grew tired of their upholstery absorbing grease particles. The romantic idea of chatting with guests while searing steak clashed violently with the reality of smoke alarms and lingering garlic odors that settled into the throw pillows. The most insidious side effect of tearing down walls was the elimination of hidden mess. In 2026, we call this visual noise. When your kitchen is your living room, a stack of dirty dishes isn't just a kitchen problem. It forms the backdrop to your evening relaxation. You cannot turn your back on the chaos. Every unwashed spoon and pile of mail demands attention because it sits constantly in your peripheral vision. The inability to close a door on a messy room created a background radiation of stress. We built homes that looked perfect for a magazine shoot, but were impossible to live in without constant, exhausting vigilance. If the stress of a messy open kitchen ever ruined your movie night, hit subscribe and the notification bell. We explain design shifts like this every week. Now, let's examine the solution, taking over in 2026. The industry's answer to the clutter crisis is the biggest trend of 2026, the scullery, or what designers bluntly call the messy kitchen. This is a secondary enclosed room tucked behind the main kitchen. It houses the coffee machine, the toaster, and the sink full of soaking pans. The main kitchen remains a pristine showroom with a stunning island and perhaps a fruit bowl, while the actual work happens in the windowless bunker behind it. It represents an admission of defeat. We wanted open kitchens so badly that we are now building secret kitchens just to make the first one livable. Wealthy buyers in 2026 won't look at a home without one. Economics played a massive role in killing the open concept. Heating a massive, undivided great room in the dead of winter is a thermodynamic nightmare. In a traditional home, you could close the door to the dining room or the den and only heat the spaces you were using. In an open plan, you are forced to climate control thousands of cubic feet of air, including the useless space hovering near your 20-foot vaulted ceilings. With energy prices fluctuating in 2026 and new efficiency standards taking effect, the cost of maintaining a comfortable temperature in a barn with drywall became unjustifiable. Walls are now seen as essential insulation tools rather than just barriers. We aren't returning to the dark, cramping corridors of the Victorian era, though. The buzzword for 2026 is broken plan. This design philosophy keeps the light and sight lines of open concept, but reintroduces physical barriers to define zones. Think of floor-to-ceiling shelving units that let light pass through but block sound. Imagine wide archways that suggest a separation without closing it off completely. It is about zoning rather than opening. Designers use partial walls, double-sided fireplaces, and changes in floor materials to tell your brain that the kitchen ends here and the living room begins there. It offers the best of both worlds, connection without the chaos. The walls returning in 2026 don't look like the drywalled partitions of the past. Industrial glass partitions have exploded in popularity, borrowing from office design to create soundproof sanctuaries that feel visually expansive. Criddle-style steel windows now separate kitchens from living areas, trapping smells and noise while letting sunlight flood the entire floor. Wooden slat walls are another massive trend, creating a rhythmic visual screen that hides the messy desk corner while adding texture. We are building barriers meant to be looked at, not just looked through. These architectural elements add a layer of sophistication that a simple, empty box never could. One of the most surprising comebacks of 2026 is the conversation pit. By lowering the floor of the living area by just 2 steps, architects create a distinct psychological zone without raising a single wall. This sunken effect makes the space feel cozy and contained, separating it from the dining area and kitchen. It solves the problem of floating furniture, that awkward sensation where your sofa sits in the middle of a vast gymnasium. The sunken living room anchors the home, providing a sense of enclosure and intimacy that flat, open planes simply cannot match. It serves as structural permission to sit down and focus on the people right in front of you. For a decade, the formal dining room was on the endangered species list, often converted into a playroom or office. In 2026, it is back, but it has changed. It is no longer a stiff, dusty museum for fine china. The new dining room is a moody, wood-clad destination designed for long, intimate dinner parties. Homeowners realize that eating dinner at a kitchen island while staring at dirty prep bowls isn't relaxing. We crave occasion. A separate room with dimmer switches, wallpaper, and acoustic isolation allows a dinner party to feel like an event. It separates the labor of cooking from the pleasure of eating. The remote work revolution didn't end. It matured, and it demanded walls. The cloffice, a closet-turned-office, was a cute temporary fix in 2020, but by 2026, professionals needed dedicated, soundproofed environments. You cannot negotiate a contract or record a presentation from the corner of an open living room while someone watches TV 10 feet away. The open concept died because it assumed that home was only for leisure. Once the home became a workplace, the need for acoustic isolation became non-negotiable. Doors are a primary productivity tool, and real estate listings in 2026 highlighting soundproofed home offices are seeing bidding wars. A subtle but significant driver of the wall's return is the desire for personal expression through art. In a glass-walled, open-concept box, you have very little vertical real estate. Where do you hang a large painting or put a bookshelf? Open-concept forced furniture to float in the center of the room, leaving no backdrop for decor. Trends in 2026 favor maximalism and collected, curated interiors full of gallery walls and towering bookcases. You physically need walls to achieve this look. The return of walls is also a return to having surfaces to decorate, allowing homeowners to inject personality that was impossible in a window-lined fishbowl. Real estate agents report a fascinating shift in 2026. Defined spaces are selling faster than potential. A few years ago, a house with many rooms would be listed as a gut job. Now, listing agents advertise traditional layouts as a premium feature. Buyers are wary of the renovation costs required to add walls back into stripped-down homes. They walk into an open-concept flip and see noise, heating bills, and no privacy. A home with a distinct library, a separate dining room, and a kitchen with a door is now commanding a higher price per square foot in many luxury markets. The open concept tag is no longer a guaranteed asset. Deep down, our brains are wired to seek shelter, not exposure. Evolutionary psychologists point out that while we like a view, prospect, we also need a protected back, refuge. Open concept gave us all prospect and no refuge. Sitting in the middle of a 40-foot room can trigger a subtle agoraphobia, a feeling of being unanchored. Walls create a human scale. A smaller room feels like a warm hug. A giant hall feels like a museum lobby. In 2026, the wellness trend in design focuses on how a space feels, not just how it looks. We are rediscovering that true relaxation requires a sense of containment and safety. The final factor ending the open concept era is the arrival of flexible architecture. We are moving toward homes that adapt. In 2026, high-end renovations often include movable partitions and smart glass that turns opaque with the touch of a button. We realize that we shouldn't have to choose between open and closed permanently. The home of the future changes shape. It can be a wide-open party venue on Saturday night and a series of soundproofed private cocoons on Monday morning. The static, unchangeable open floor plan was a blunt instrument. The new era is about surgical precision and adaptability. We spent decades tearing down our homes in search of connection, only to find that true connection requires the option of privacy. The return of walls in 2026 isn't a step backward, it's a correction. We are building homes that respect sound, smell, and the human need for solitude. From the scullery to the sunken living room, we are relearning the art of defining space. If this breakdown helped you rethink your own renovation plans, subscribe to the channel for more reports from the design world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.